What is going on, everybody? As always, for starters, the land acknowledgement. I am recording this here on occupied Tiwa territory, otherwise known as Albuquerque, New Mexico. And together, let us continue this fight and struggle for black and indigenous liberation. But also for women's rights to their bodies and to what they want to do with their bodies, abortion rights, anything. This is a very important subject and one that I unfortunately haven't touched on before, and I feel like that's in and of itself part of the problem, right? So we all know there's the thing going on right now with Roe v. Wade and all that stuff. I won't pretend like I'm very well versed in all of that stuff, but I know it is landmark for women's rights, right? And to have the free will and healthcare in control of their bodies, right? And any policy or law that would take away that right is patriarchal in and of itself, and it's wrong. So I hadn't even planned on doing this today. I had just jumped on Facebook, and I saw this picture of a woman's or somebody's status, and it referring to OnlyFans. Now I know recently OnlyFans required the people who use their platform to take down all of their more explicit content, right? Essentially taking away a lot of these, sex workers' source of income. Now, I'm all for OnlyFans. That's not me being a perverted male or anything like that. That is me supporting and advocating for sex workers and empowering themselves to do what they want with their bodies, to make a living. And I have no right to tell them whether or not they can or cannot do that. I will never pretend to have that right, and I will never have a negative opinion on it, because it is not my place to do so, but it is my place to put men in check. It is my job to do so, and it's every man who thinks like I do about this subject. It is our responsibility to put these dudes in check, because the patriarchy needs to fall. Down with the patriarchs and up with the matriarchs. It is this world is the way it is because of the patriarchal system. It is because men have this constant power tug of war and measuring their against each other. That's all it is, and it's an ego power struggle. Patriarchy needs to end. Gender roles need to end. Chauvinism needs to end. This fact that women have to be subordinate to their male significant others needs to end. Now, if that's what you want to do, and it's well understood in your relationship, then by all means. But that is not the status quo no more. That shit needs to stop. I have 5 sisters. 5 of them. Not counting my other sisters who I call sisters, who are very much, in one case, closer to me than my very own blood sister. Not even counting them. But I want all of my sisters to be empowered and be emboldened and to strive and to success and succeed in anything they do, and never have to have a man tell them that they can't, or try to control their pursuits in life by telling them that they can't. And despite, regardless, no matter what our beliefs are, that's irrelevant. No matter what our individual beliefs are, we should not have that. Nobody should have that right over women's bodies, women's rights. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show y'all. Sorry, I'm gonna show y'all this this screenshot here, and some comments showing why that the patriarchy needs to fall. Okay, so here we go. The post says, "No female with an OnlyFans page is wife material." Somebody had a comment on it. Pros. There's a pros and cons. Free porn, extra money, marketing skills, photography skills, partners confident in sexuality, better excuses to buy expensive sex toys. People literally pay to look at your partner naked, and yet they choose to be with you for free. If that isn't flattering, then I don't know what is. Cons. Woe is you. Men look at her and sexualize her as if men don't already do that literally all the time to just about every woman in existence for their entire lives, and now that she found a way to monetize it, you're threatened? Poor baby, cry about it. Saw you're not having fun helping your girlfriend finish the task, which gets you off and gets her paid. There are no cons, only upside to girls with OnlyFans. I am sorry for every single time that I have sexualized a woman's body. I am not innocent of this. I'm very guilty of it. Very guilty. If anybody who knows me, they know that I've been very, very guilty of this. I cannot take that back. I can only do what I can in the future to not do it again. Like breastfeeding in public, or you know, a woman, you know, being revealing in public, you know, wearing something a little showy or something like that. It is not meant for our appeasement and our pleasure. Their bodies are not meant to satisfy us. A woman's breast is not meant for male satisfaction. It is meant to sustain, to provide sustainability for our newborn children. That is what it's meant for. That is what they are meant for. They are not for our pleasure or satisfaction, and they should not be sexualized as such. They shouldn't. That's why I've always been about the free the nipple movement. You know, that's not even to draw back to how I used to think. Though I can't change that about myself, and I won't pretend that I did, but it's something that I'm working on. Okay. So let's delve into some more of these comments. So this one says, here's what females don't get. Dudes don't want easily accessible females. That's why your dude can be loyal 100% but still look at other women or watch porn. Sex is a high five. I definitely want one, but that don't make us friends. Females with OnlyFans don't have the pick of the litter. They can whoever they want, but that's not the same as being dating material. Fact is, men like their women to feel like a trophy, an accomplishment. If I could just give you $5 to see you inside and out, why would I feel accomplished to have you? Women are not some game to be won. They're not some trophy to be had, or a trophy to be achieved. They are a privilege to us. We should feel not only proud but honored for them loving us and for them choosing us as individuals, not as men, but as individuals. It's a privilege and an honor, and we should be grateful for them. Not some fucking mountain to be climbed. It's not Mount Everest, and it's not some fucking gold medal that you get in the Olympics. Women are not that. They should never be seen as that. And that's where that term player comes from, because men like this think of women as something to be achieved or gained through patriarchal masculine prowess. That is not they're not something to be accomplished. They shouldn't be seen as such. We should feel privileged and grateful that they chose us as individuals. And this needs to stop. I can't see women with OnlyFans being mother material ever. Difference between a wife. What about people who make OnlyFans together? What's wrong with that? Here's the thing. If you don't, this is a supporter of OnlyFans. Here's the thing. If you don't want one with an OnlyFans, don't date one. But telling women with an OnlyFans that isn't what men want isn't going to magically stop us creating content. All it does is very publicly show us to avoid. That is correct. You're saying that like you haven't already been turned away. You aren't avoiding anyone, and pretending you are is a massive cope on your behalf. You can't fire me because I've been quit because I quit vibes. Better excuses to buy expensive sex toys. How is that a pro? Why spend money on OnlyFans if porn is literally already free? Porn is already just with extra steps. Why spend money for it as well? Y'all really think you've got some premium bodies, not realizing that anyone could literally just edit your faces in a video or a nude photo and will probably just the same. Why when men make valid points to women, the first thing they want to say is, oh, you're gay, or you have a... Maybe we just don't like women taking advantage of men? This guy's really playing the victim. That is the most insane thing. The most insane thing I've ever seen. Do you feel bad that these women are using what they have to get an income, a livable wage? You know, because they're their own boss. Is that what you're mad at? Because do you feel that's how they've taken advantage of you? Because you probably, how much money have you spent on it, dude? Just, I mean, if you feel that strongly about it, that you actually feel victimized, then man, you must have spent a lot of money. Good grief. Women taking advantage of men. That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life. It says, man, calling a girl, a woman, fat and ugly. Don't even try body shaming. Sit down, young man. Young man, do you watch porn? You're upset because you ain't getting shit free from a specific someone. I like how immature comebacks has to come from body shaming. Most men like chubbier women. Sorry. I'm upset because I'm not getting on everything I love. My mother and my unborn daughter. I literally just got some no less than 20 minutes ago. I'm a high value man who makes good money. I take care of my health mentally and physically. I have more to offer to the world and any partner than you will ever be able to offer in your entire life, and you will never be able to attract a high value man such as myself, though I know you'll deny it and don't call me love. I hate that. Most men also like women who aren't. Not sorry. This is the definition of egomaniac, a bloated egomaniac patriarch. He really places himself on some pedestal like he's better than everybody. You're not better than anybody, dude. You're making a comment on Facebook trying to claim clout that you probably don't have, dude. You definitely are a loser if you're sitting here spending your time shaming women who probably make more money than you do. Look how insecure you are. I'm a high value man who makes good money. No, you're not. You're of the lowest of value, and I feel bad for your wife. And I feel bad for your daughter who has to grow up to a patriarch like you. I only got upset because she really tried to say there's no cons and only pros to dating sex workers. I don't want women, especially not young women, thinking this behavior is okay. I'm having a girl and then teach her the way you want. I also don't want men thinking this is okay or absorbing this content. Science knows how young boys' brains are affected when exposed to sexual content, and unfortunately, it's all over the place nowadays. I just want the world to be a better place. We know OnlyFans is unethical and only the trashiest of women take part in it. You want the world to be a better place by degrading women for empowering themselves and making their own source of income? Is that how is that your view of a better world? Really? By degrading women and talking down on them, making insults, using offensive language, referring to their private parts? Is that how you want to build a better world? Is that a better world you want to have for your daughter? You are not a man. You are of the lowest of men. And you obviously have probably some repressed issues that you need to go talk to somebody about. The major con for this post should be it violates the intimacy rule of relationships. There is no intimacy rule. If the whole block knows the most intimate part about your girl, that's not your girl. It's literally objectifying yourself for monetary gain at the expense of your dignity and your soul. If women regret being in porn once their youth dries up and the only thing people remember about them is the fact they got for a small fee of $12.99, then nobody with a brain is going to seek them out. They already sold themselves to half this entire city. Thou shalt not cover thy neighbor's wife means nothing to these people. Who are you to tell these women how they are going to feel, how they feel as older women who have lived this life? Who the hell are you? Who do you think you are? Oh, here's the last one. I'm still reading Not Wife Material. And this was actually a woman who made this comment. I'm still reading Not Wife Material. I love how some women always act like a victim no matter the situation, then have no problem talking about men like they are all trash. No guy I know would want their girl selling their bodies to anyone who is willing to pay. Some guys actually want a woman with self-respect and dignity. There are plenty of ways to make money without selling your body. Yes, do you, I don't care. But don't forget, once it's online forever. So your parents, grandparents, kids, future kids could see that. Not all men are weak and don't want their women to succeed in what they want to do, but some guys also want a woman who doesn't need to get naked and sell themselves for money. These guys you know aren't all men. They're not. And the guys that you know are probably some of the same patriarchal assholes that we see here making comments about something that shouldn't even matter to them because it's not even their body. That shouldn't matter to them because obviously they're not going to date this type of female anyway. So why is it so important to you? And who are you to say what somebody else deems as self-respect and dignity? Who are you to say? That is up to the person who feels as such. Your view of what self-respect and dignity is your view on it. What I feel as being right or wrong is how I feel on it. What might be right for me might not be right for somebody else. What I feel is wrong for me might not be wrong for somebody else. Who are you to say what self-respect and dignity is for somebody else? And the fact that their family could see it one day is something that they have to accept themselves. That's a reality that they accept and they live with, and they're okay with it because they're open with who they are and their bodies. That's for them to decide and to accept and to live with, whether it be a bad or a good thing to them. It's not our problem. It's not for us to decide. And it's not for us to have any kind of opinion on. Period. This needs to change. This entire patriarchal society needs to change. Up with the matriarchs. Down with the patriarchy. It is the sole reason why our world is the way it is. And, well, aside from white supremacy, but that in and of itself is patriarchal. I mean, they believe, Western chauvinists, right? The Platonic family and evangelicalism. It all has to do with one another. Abortion rights, eugenics, gentrification, all that stuff. It all falls into one another. It's all part of the same system, and it needs to freaking change. So, ladies, this is for you and all sex workers of any gender, of any pronoun, however you want to live your life. You are, not even by my standards, because it's not my choice, but you should be free to do whatever the hell you want to. And I will support you, and I will advocate for you in any way you need me to, and to be a good ally in any way that I can. Just let me know and I will help you. And I will always do my best to understand. And if I don't always understand, I'm sorry. I will do what I can to do better for you, to support you, and to be there for you and fight with you. Always. Some solidarity. If y'all would like to support my work, here's the link to my Cash App and PayPal. I love y'all. Take care of each other. We protect us. And